Hi, I'm Tran, employment lawyer. In order to make employment law more accessible to the public, I'm going to spend 3 minutes or less breaking down a recent jury award for a plaintiff that sued his employer in Travis County under Texas law for disability discrimination. The best way to understand an employment discrimination claim under Texas law for disability discrimination is to look at the jury charge. It's really simple. So this is a lawsuit that went to trial and the plaintiff prevailed. It's public record. You can look it up yourself. To establish liability, the jury was asked, did the defendant discharge the plaintiff because he filed a workers' comp retaliation? This is an anti-retaliation statute in Texas. The jury said no. Question number 2 is regarding a second cause of action for discrimination under Texas Labor Code. And the question is whether or not the plaintiff's actual or perceived disability was a motivating factor in the defendant/employer's decision to terminate the plaintiff. Please note, you don't have to prove that it is the only reason for discrimination or termination. You just have to prove that your perceived or actual disability is a motivating factor. The jury said, yes, it was a motivating factor. So for question number 2, the plaintiff prevailed. Question number 3 is another element. Did the defendant fail to provide a reasonable workplace accommodation for the plaintiff? And there's some definition that goes with that question. The jury said yes. If I'm going too fast, pause and watch and you can look at the screenshot. Let's talk about damages. Question number 4, once you establish liability, you ask the jury how much money should be awarded. So for back pay, it was $25,000. For compensatory damages, interestingly enough, the jury said 0. But wait, there's more. There's another jury question regarding punitive damages, and the jury found that the employer either exercised malice or reckless indifference. There's a definition there, in violating the plaintiff's rights. In addition to the verdict, there will be a fee petition filed by the plaintiff's lawyer for their time, and the court will award them based on a reasonable amount of time that is spent preparing for the case based on market rate. Now, these are the basic questions that you want to ask yourself when you're looking at a potential discrimination case filed under Texas statute. The question and the language, though, for this jury charge is very similar to those of the American with Disability Act. Okay, back to work.